But one thing I couldn't see too good was how to remove this shifter. And you see this bolt here in the front? Here's the shifter, right? And you got two bolts down there, one and two. I saw those on the back and I was thinking, do I have to take this one out? I was looking from the top and I really didn't see this. And when I was down there on the bottom, it was difficult to see that with all the grease. And I finally figured it out. You gotta take those two out, and this one you get from the top. You get those two from the bottom because the floor is right above there, and then this is the open hole in the floor is right here. You can get that one out. Then this, it drops down like that. So you got enough room. Otherwise that handle sticking up like that. So just want to point that out. Quick tip. And also I already checked it. You want to check when you put your pressure plate on the splines, it fits, just to make sure. And also the bushing, when you replace the pilot bushing, the pilot bearing, fits on the end of the transmission. I already did that, so I really just got to bolt it in now. I have the clutches in there, it's torqued on there. Also use Loctite on it, put brand new lock washers. Grade 8 lock washers, as a matter of fact, and torqued it to 35 foot-pounds with Loctite blue. And I put the bell housing on it. That specifies 25 foot-pounds. I didn't torque it, but I put Loctite blue on it, even though it doesn't say required. And the transmission to the bell housing, there's torques of 40 to 50 foot-pounds or something. I don't know. I'm just going to tighten it up and put Loctite blue on it. But I'm basically done with this. But that was something I forgot about. It was kind of, I don't know, this thing's so greasy and stuff, it's hard to see. Maybe I'm not going to clean this. Yeah, I'm not going to clean that. I might wipe it off a little bit, but that's about it. But you see, two bolts down here. You get those from the bottom when you're under the car, and that one there. This whole thing just slides down. Otherwise, you're dealing with this damn thing like that, hitting the floor. So, actually, I probably should put a tie on here or some shit so this don't come off, or because this is space with these washers and shit. But that would be the same thing, I guess, for the Muncie, just the Saginaw, and because you can really use the same shifter with a kit with different arms, because the reverse on a Saginaw is down. On a Muncie is in the tail housing. So it should be the same for the Muncie, how you lower that shifter. It's easy. It's if you're dealing with clean parts, you would probably notice it a lot quicker. It took me a while to figure that out. I just didn't realize. I was thinking about taking out this bolt right here, smack in the middle. From the top. Good thing I didn't do that. It's pretty damn simple once you notice it. You got, let's see, yeah, that bolt right there, smack in the middle of the frame. That bolt right there, then the one over here. And when I put these back on, I want to use Loctite blue because, I've actually had. I didn't do this work. It was a car I bought that had a 400 small block in it with a Amoco rebuilt transmission, automatic. You know what? That freaking transmission came loose from the engine. That I didn't do the work. Amoco did it. So lifetime warranty and all that crap. So when you're using Loctite blue and you're saying it's overkill, well, it's overkill if you're on the clock, but I'm not on the clock, so, ain't gonna, if you use Loctite red, it's not designed to be removed with hand tools, but you can get Loctite red, the bolts out with Loctite red. All you gotta do is put a propane on the bolt, heat it up, and it breaks the bonds of the Loctite, the red, even that shit, the thread locker. And, it comes out because I actually used it on the flywheel. I used Loctite Red on a flywheel with the new bolts. It says, man, I torqued them down to 60 foot-pounds. It says, it's going to probably be in there forever and a day. Right, little boo-boo. And I'm actually going to get some of the mechanic in a can garbage for this thing, because the rear seal on this thing, it's got a slight leak in it. I'm going to use Red Devil specifically for rear seals. Bet you it freaking works. And I'm going to use Engine Restore. I think the block on this thing has been done with at least new rings and bearings at one point in time, but it's a freaking old ass engine. I'm going to use, and it's not really screwed up, but I'm going to use Engine Restore on it to just try to get some more life out of this damn thing. I bet you I can make this thing last without replacing an engine. Bet you can make it last decades longer.